Well, hi, Ebenezer family. Believe it or not, it's been just over 3 weeks since we last gathered together in person. This coming Sunday marks our 4th Webenezer broadcast. And over that time, the staff has worked hard to adapt to this new reality and find new ways to minister to our church family so that you feel connected and encouraged and nurtured and cared for. We've done this through our weekend broadcasts, our daily online devotionals, our virtual small group meetings, and our interactive online ministry programs, and even some personal phone calls. Today, I want to initiate another connection point with a weekly Ebenezer video update from me, because I know you love to see my face and hear my nice, soothing voice. Seriously, I think you will find these informative and helpful, so make sure you take time to watch these each week. Today, I have 4 things for you. First, our Easter services. When we made the decision to cancel our service on March 15th, I don't think any of us anticipated that we would not be able to gather together for our Easter services. But that's exactly what's going to happen. However, we are going to celebrate Easter as always, and beginning with our Palm Sunday service this coming Sunday, a Good Friday service on April 10th, and an Easter Sunday celebration service on April the 12th. We want to make these services a shared community experience, even if we are all physically in separate places. So beginning Good Friday, and possibly even this Sunday if we can master the technology, we're going to do a live stream of our service at 10 a.m. on Facebook. Wouldn't it be fun to know that you're still part of a larger community, joining together in worship, in prayer, in the Word, and even sharing in the Lord's Supper together, even though you might be all alone in your house. Now, there are a couple of things I need you to do to help us with those Easter services. First, we will be celebrating the Lord's Supper during the Good Friday service, and we want you to join us in that. So that means you'll have to prepare your own communion elements ahead of time and have them ready to serve to those in your home. Second, for our Easter Sunday service, we would like to incorporate several resurrection stories from our church family. If you have a story of God's power and grace in your life this last while, record it on video and send it to us. Now, here are some guidelines. First of all, anyone can share. You can be young or old. You can share individually or with others in your family. But your story should point us to God and His mighty deeds. It should be short, 30 to 60 seconds. That way we can share several people. And finally, when you take your video, record it in the landscape mode. Second, our post-Easter sermon series. The COVID crisis has disrupted and changed lots of things in our lives, and it's going to change the plans we had put in place for our post-Easter sermon series. We feel that we need to create space to address some of the questions that you and others in your life are asking. Questions like, why is God allowing this to happen? Or where is God in this crisis? Or what is behind the COVID crisis? Is God judging us? Is this the beginning of the end? Is just this life in a sin-cursed world? Some of you have lost your jobs and you're wondering, how am I going to pay for my bills? Some of you are feeling anxious and you're wondering, how can I find the peace that I see others enjoying around me? And some of you are going, I need to build my life on a solid foundation. So how can I build my life on the foundation of Jesus Christ? Now, I'm sure there are other questions that you and your friends are asking. Send them my way, and we'll do our best to incorporate them into our next sermon series. God's Word is powerful, and it speaks to the needs of our hearts and our lives. I've been amazed at how many of my high school friends, people I haven't seen or talked to for almost 40 years, are now following our daily devotions online and messaging me and thanking me for posting them. There's lots of opportunity for us. Third, prayer opportunities for us as a church family. I don't know about you, but over the last 3 weeks, I have felt the need to pray. And not just by myself in my quiet times, but with others. And I've heard stories of others who don't even go to church who are feeling the need to pray. They might not know how to pray or even who to pray to. They just feel like they need to pray. Now, if that's you, then we would love to pray with you and for you and facilitate times where we can gather together to pray as a church family. So, beginning next week, we're going to organize virtual prayer meetings every noon hour. One of our staff will be ready to lead a time of prayer for whoever logs into our virtual prayer room. We're going to post a link on our website or Facebook or Instagram page so you can log in. So just watch for that. Now, if you'd rather have one of our staff pray for you privately, then just call the church office or email a staff member directly, and we'd be happy to do that. Fourth, giving and finances. Now, we have intentionally not made a big deal about this because we have felt that this is a season to pastor and to care for our church community. However, a growing number of you have asked, how do we continue to support the church financially when we're not able to give in person? Thank you for asking this question. As you know, our church family totally relies on the generosity of people like you to do the things that we do. Now, although we've taken steps to reduce our expenses, there are continuing costs for ministry and with our building project. We realize that this COVID crisis has already had a financial impact on many of you. We're all experiencing this reality. Your heart might want to give, but your current circumstances may not allow you to do so. We understand. But for those who are able, and for those who want to exercise faith as they worship God in their giving, there are several ways that you can continue to give to support the ministries of Ebenezer Baptist. One of the best ways to give is through a pre-authorized payment. This is what Brenda and I do for both our monthly tithe and our capital fund commitment. To set up a pre-authorized payment, you can go to our website or text pre-authorized to our church number, and you will find the information you need. If you still have questions, you can always contact the church office by email or phone. Another great option is to e-transfer your donation to our secure email address. That's giving@ebenezerbaptist.ca. Unless you indicate so otherwise, donations received by e-transfer will be placed in our general fund. I say that these are our best options because they cost the church the least to process. But there is a third way you can give. A third way is through your debit or credit card. Now, we are in the midst of changing the method we use to receive funds through debit or credit card. Our new process will ensure the lowest cost to our church and the easiest possible access for our congregation. For now, you can continue to use the Canada Helps link, which is already on our website, or you can call the office directly for a credit card payment. But we will soon be moving to a text-to-give option that you can have access to on your phone and pay directly by debit or credit. And finally, you can always mail your gift to the church, or even call us and we'll have someone come and pick it up for you if you feel comfortable with that. We know the times are tough, and we as a church are readying ourselves for a decline in giving. But at the same time, our construction project is continuing, and we anticipate a growing demand on the benevolent fund. However, we are confident that God will continue to provide. We will, as we always have, trust in Him and in the generosity of our people. Let me close off by just sharing with you a moment from our virtual staff meeting yesterday. I asked our staff to give me a one-word description to describe how they were doing. 3 of the staff burst into tears as they shared their word. And it reminded me that this crisis is hitting us hard in many different ways. We really do want to support you in this. If you would like to have someone pray for you, call or email a staff person. If you are feeling isolated or lonely, then reach out to your small group for support. And if you don't have a small group, then reach out to us, and we'll do our best to help you find one. We love you, and we as a staff are praying for you daily. Blessings.